Hello everyone, this is the final video on this poem, A Thing of Beauty, written by John Keats. And today I will give you everything related with this poem which will help you to understand this poem clearly. Okay, so first I am going to give you the quick review of the poem. The poem, A Thing of Beauty, is one of the best poem of John Keats. John Keats' observation towards beauty is given in the poem. Means what John Keats think about the impact of beauty, the use of beauty, and the impression of the beautiful things on the mind is given in the poem. The poet says that the beautiful things are the source of joy, and he gives so many examples to prove that the beautiful things are the source of joy. He gives the example of the beautiful nature. He gives the example of the different types of images like sun, moon, and its beautiful impact. And finally, we are at the place where we have to think about that what is the actual conclusion of the poem. So we can find the conclusion by the major themes. Themes का मतलब होता है special message, the most important message of the poem. And the important message of the poem we find in the very first line of the poem. A thing of beauty is a source of joy. A thing of beauty is joy forever. Like this way the line was. Okay. And from the very opening line of the poem gives the idea that what the poet actually wants to say. The poet actually wants to say that the beautiful things in the world are the main source of joy, happiness in the mind of people. Any beautiful object is always treasured on our mind because it provides us eternal and everlasting joy. And this is the most important theme of the poem. Beauty provides eternal and everlasting joy in the mind of people. Beauty is source of happiness, and positive impact of beauty on mind is described in the whole poem. Okay, so the poet is trying to place the impact of beauty in the mind of the people. सूरज की खूबसूरती, बोलोगे सूरज में क्या खूबसूरती हो सकती है सर, वो तो आँखों को जला देता है. लेकिन प्रॉब्लम यह है कि खूबसूरती देखने वालों की आँखों में होती है. जैसे यहाँ एक जो इंसान है वो खूबसूरती को ऑब्जर्व करने की कोशिश कर रहा है. तुमको लगेगा कि इस पिक्चर में तो कोई भी खूबसूरत चीज़ नहीं है, बट है. वन टाइम Helen Keller, I think you all know Helen Keller asked someone that what you have seen returning from the zoo. एक जू से निकल करके कोई वापस आ रहा था, तो उससे जो है हेलन केलर पूछती है. हेलन केलर वॉज डेफ, डम एंड ब्लाइंड फ्रॉम द बर्थ. तो बोलोगे कि वो पूछी कैसे? In the sign language, she asked that what you have seen in the forest, in the zoo. And that person had said nothing important. Everything was just simple. And then Helen Keller says, oh my God, you have eyes, तुम्हारे पास आँखें हैं और तुम्हें कुछ भी important नहीं दिखा. I miss everything. वह कहती है कि I miss everything. मैं नहीं देख पाती हूँ. So everything depends in the observer's eyes. कि वह क्या देखना चाहता है. इफ द आईज वॉन्ट टू से सी द ब्यूटिफुल थिंग्स, देन यू विल सी द ब्यूटी इवन द नाइट ऑल्सो. ओके, so this poem is the example of the great impact of the beautiful things on the mind. So moving to my next slide. Here the technical part of the poem starts. इसमें कौन कौन से फिगर ऑफ स्पीच यूज़ किए गए हैं, पोएटिक डिवाइसेस यूज़ किए गए हैं टू मेक दिस पोएम ब्यूटीफुल, उसको मैं एक्सप्लेन करने जा रहा हूँ. तो फर्स्ट इज़ मेटाफोर. मेटाफोर हम तब यूज़ करते हैं जब एक्चुअल चीज़ को इम्पैक्टफुल बताने के लिए उसको हम किसी दूसरे के जैसा बताते हैं. लाइक स्वीट ड्रीम्स, फ्लावरी बैंड. सोचा है तुमने फ्लावरी बैंड कहाँ से हो सकता है? वो तो सिंपल फूल का पौधा है. बट दैट फ्लावर कनेक्ट अस टू द अर्थ, एंड दैट्स वाई द फ्लावर्स आर प्रेजेंटेड इन द पोएम एज अ बैंड. बैंड जो दो लोगों को बांधता हो, दैट काइंड ऑफ बैंड. Okay, so metaphor is highlighted in these 2 points, sweet dreams and a flowery band. Sweet dreams में इस तरह से कि ड्रीम्स को स्वीट बताया गया. स्वीट ड्रीम कैसे हो सकता है? ड्रीम इज लाइक जस्ट अ ड्रीम, बट ड्रीम को स्वीट कहने का मतलब है द पॉजिटिव ड्रीम्स, द ब्यूटिफुल ड्रीम्स, एंड दोज ब्यूटिफुल ड्रीम्स आर कॉल्ड स्वीट ड्रीम्स. ओके, मेटाफोर इज क्लियर? Yeah, in this slide we will understand alliteration. I think you all know alliteration. जब कम से कम दो लगातार words, when the 2 consecutive words are starting with the same sound, then that is alliteration. Noble natures, N, cooling covert, CC, or you can say that ko. Noble nature में न, कूलिंग कोवर्ट में क. कभी कभी सेम स्पेलिंग से 2 कंसेक्यूटिव वर्ड स्टार्ट होते हैं, लेकिन वो एलिट्रेशन नहीं होते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि साउंड दोनों का सेम होना चाहिए, नॉट द लेटर ओनली. लेटर के साथ साथ साउंड भी सेम होना चाहिए. ओके, सो मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट फिगर ऑफ स्पीच. वेट फॉर द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. या, a thing of beauty, poetic device is imagery. The most important poetic devices used in this poem, that is imagery. The full poem is the best example of imagery because when we read the poem's line, we experience the image in our mind. जब आप पोएम के लाइंस को पढ़ते हैं तो आपके माइंड में एक इमेज आने लगता है कि ओ डेफोडिल्स, शावर, फाउंटेन, shade, and those gives you just the beautiful images in your mind, and that's why the whole poem is the best example of imagery poetic devices. Okay, so moving to the next slide. Yeah, one more interesting poetic devices used in this poem, that is hyperbole. Hyperbole means when you present something with some great example or the huge amount, that is called hyperbole. When you present something in just almost impossible way, then that is called hyperbole. Endless fountain. How is endless fountain? एक झरना endless कैसे हो सकता है? Even we can measure the height of the फाउंटेन. उस झरने की ऊंचाई को नाप सकते हैं हम. इवन वी हैव मेजर्ड द हाइट ऑफ द एवरेस्ट ऑल्सो. सो एक झरना क्या, उसको तो नापा जा सकता है. बट द पोएट वॉन्ट्स टू गिव यू द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ द फाउंटेन इन योर माइंड बाय सेइंग दैट एंडलेस फाउंटेन. इवन वी हैव सीन शिवा in Bahubali. He reached on that endless fountain at the top. So there is no fountain which is endless, but the impact of that kind of a fountain is almost endless. जब भी झरने की बात होगी तो हम लोग बाहुबली का वो झरना जरूर याद करते हैं. That's why the impact of the fountain is almost immoral. That's why it is called endless fountain. And this is the example of hyperbole. Okay, moving to the next slide. Students, this is the final slide. This slide is giving you the rhyming scheme, and rhyming scheme of the poem is AA BB CC. मतलब हर दो लाइन सेम साउंड पर खत्म हो रहा है. Actually, I am sitting with my son and he is disturbing me. Okay, where I was? Yeah, rhyming scheme. So rhyming scheme means the ending sound of the lines. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases, it will never. Forever, never. Same sound. That's why AA. Pass into nothingness, but will keep a bower quiet for us and sleep. Keep, sleep. Same sound. BB. Okay, and similarly in the whole poem you will see that the sound of two consecutive lines at the ending place are same. So AA, BB, CC, DD, EE, FF, GG, HH, every places you will see that the two consecutive lines are ending with the same sound. So this is the rhyming scheme of the poem: AA, BB, CC, DD, etc. Okay, and here all the technical part of the story ends. Even I have given you the message, theme, everything's explanation of the poem, and I hope that you will not have any kind of problem in this poem. So my homework is just do the question answers given in the exercise. I think this is enough for the today's class. You can also tell me that how you have taken these my classes. आपको ये classes कैसे लगे? You must tell me. That will help me to make more fantastic, more understandable videos for you. Okay, so just tell me in the comment how you experienced these videos. Okay, so keeping this thing, I'm just going to complete this video. Okay, wait for the next slide. Yeah, and this slide is for thank you. Okay, thank you for listening patiently my full videos. Okay, so have a nice day, enjoy the day, happy learning.